Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Happy Monday to everybody. Happy Monday. So listen, I had a real good friend of mine, right, call me, right, and she said she saw my video in reference to why I believe, life insurance, it's a whole lot better investment than a mortgage or real estate, right? And I went ahead and I broke it down to her, right? And she was like, you know what? I can see that. Because let me tell you this. We, in America, they've sold us on real estate is the gateway to wealth, okay? Or is one of the gateways to wealth, okay? But it's not the best way to wealth. Everybody in the financial sector know this, okay? But they sell us on this, right? But the thing with my purpose for that video is creating wealth without also putting yourself in debt or you losing a lot of money. Okay? Creating wealth without putting yourself in massive debt and losing a lot of money at the same time. Okay? And when I was explaining to her, she was like, you know what? A lot of people can't do it that way. They have to take out loans and stuff like that. I was like, and you're right. And right there is the problem. Because we live in this instant gratification environment or world that we live in, right? And we have to have it right now. And these lenders know this. So having it right now costs you massively. Like to take out a loan for a certain amount and end up paying the bank more money than the loan you took out itself is sickening. It's sickening. Okay? So my objective is, if you're gonna take out a loan, it's best to have a master plan and paying it off early, or exercise some patience, save the money in a high interest earning account that you can also pull the money out later on with no penalties, stipulations, or taxation. Okay? That's why a life insurance vehicle makes so much more sense. And that's why I kind of like explained to her, right? And now that we're talking about it, because I talk to clients a lot about even getting their children started off right. If you get your children a policy early, okay, that now by the time they are in their 20s, they come out of college, you could now pull a massive lump sum out from their policy and pay for their house cash if you funded the policy properly. And now your children don't have to repeat the same thing that you did. The purpose of being a parent is to educate your children, okay, and help them navigate through life without making a lot of the mistakes. I'm not saying all, but a lot of the mistakes that you've made, helping them avoid that. Okay? So, if you're disciplined enough to say, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit patient. I'm going to work this plan for the next 10 years or so. And now I can go ahead and buy my house cash. I don't owe nobody. I got a clear title. Right? Right? All I got to worry about every single year is my taxes. Okay? And regular maintenance on it. But guess what I avoided? I avoided paying a boatload of interest. Okay? And now I have a property that I own. I can now derive my extra money into investments and really start to make money. You understand? It's an idea that not a lot of people are accustomed to. Okay? It's because we are all living in the microwave generation. We want it instantly, right now. Well, if you're gonna want something right now, there's a price to pay, whether immediately or later. for wanting it right now. Okay? So it's just a thought. Because some people are swayed by emotion. They sway by how they feeling, and they make bad decisions. I don't even understand how people are buying these homes nowadays at almost 7% interest rate. I truly don't believe they actually read the whole loan paperwork. Because if they read that whole loan paperwork and they see how much they are paying in interest, they will back out that loan ASAP. Okay? The only way I could see them moving forward with it is unless they have a partner, and both people are online as to the master plan as to paying this property off at some point of time sooner than later. That is the only way that I see people getting into these loans. Okay? Or you have a high income earning person who say, you know what? This monthly payment I'm paying a lot is a lot. But you know what? I'm going to chuck it up now. I'm going to be disciplined. I make $200K a year. Okay, no problem. I could set aside 50 grand every single year. Or put $50,000 extra into my mortgage every single year and pay it off sooner or later. So this plan involves a lot of discipline and involves a lot of planning. It involves a lot of planning and involves a lot of discipline. And if you're able to exercise this, okay, you will not only be debt free, you will accumulate so much more wealth sooner. I'm talking about at an earlier age. At an earlier age. It's not a hard plan to do, especially when it's a partner involved and everybody is aligned. The problem is people don't want to work together nowadays. That's the problem. But it's not a hard thing to do. Even if you were to buy a house right now with a partner, you put together a plan for the next 10 or 15 years. Okay, you know what? We're going to cut out the traveling. We're going to cut out the eating out at fancy restaurant. We're not going to be shopping like that. We're going to cut some things out, but we're going to pay this house off in the next 10 or 15 years. It is absolutely doable. But everybody's so concerned about what their neighbor got, what their friend got. People are buying these homes due to the fact that their family members are buying home and they feel like they're being left behind. Their friends are buying home and they feel like they're being left behind. Let's start to make wise decisions, fam. Talk to y'all soon.